Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I am back and I am going to try to upload as consistently as possible on the channel. It's not going to be like before where it's going to be every day, but I'm going to try to revive the channel. I missed Magic a lot and I'm back with another video. We're just about to start playing the new set. It's coming out soon, I guess in a couple days now. And before that, I was playing a little bit of standard and a little bit of historic, just so I can catch up with what's been going on. And so far, I've been liking historic a lot. And what's a better way to play historic than to play a card that I'm very familiar with and that I know before, Niv Mizzet Reborn. And since we have, why not play two Niv Mizzets in the same deck, right? So let's get right into the deck. It's just for fun, you know. It's a relatively competitive deck, to be honest. I only lost once in 8 games, I think, and I was able to go 2-0. It's a historic best of 3 list. So um, relatively decent average converted mana cost, a lot of non-creatures, 6 creatures, 25 lands. So let's get right into it, right? So Niv Mizzet Reborn, it's a card advantage card, sort of like a Troxa, but for 5 colors, and sort of a different requirement, right? It requires two. It requires exactly cards that are 2 colors, right? Like Vanishing Verse, Tyrant Scorn, Expressive Iteration. So we're playing the same package that you usually play with Niv Mizzet and Historic. You usually play cards like Vanishing Verse, Expressive Iteration, Assassin's Trophy, and Growth Spiral. And since they're different colors, it benefits the Niv Mizzet even more because you play the Niv Mizzet, you can draw all these cards, right? So we have removal, we are playing Leyline Binding, we do have ramp, and the all-star of the deck, of course, is Widespread Thieving. I think when you play a lot of cards that have different colors, I think this card, or multicolored cards, this card excels, right? And if you have 2 on the battlefield, initially your 2 mana cards are free. So this is by far the best card in the deck, and yeah. So a bunch of 2 mana cards, multicolored cards, widespread thieving. Ancient Cornucopia has been the second all-star because you gain a lot of life, especially when you cast a 5 mana or a 5 colored card. You gain 5 life, right? We are playing Kaito as our only planeswalker here, and only 1 copy, but Kaito's been pretty good. We are playing Deafening Clarion for board wipe, Supreme Verdict for board wipe, and usually we close out the game while attacking with the Niv Mizzet Supreme or the Niv Mizzet Reborn. I do like the fact that we have the Niv Mizzet Supreme here as well, because usually a lot of decks you play against are going to be monocolored decks, or a lot of the removal you play against is monocolored removal, which is basically either black, white, or whatever, even red. So it says each instant sorcery card in your graveyard that's exactly 2 colors has jumpstart. So this is again just value on top of value on top of value. This draws, then you make your plays, then this can help you remake those plays, so you utilize the graveyard as well. And within the lands, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. All of the triomes, it is historic. I am playing 4 of Mana Confluence. It's been a great land. And I'm playing the Verges, so I'm not playing any of the shock lands, even though they might be necessary. It's just too much life loss here, too much. So I'm playing the Verges. It's been pretty good, and since Leyline Binding is our only domain card here, we don't really need the shock lands, the lands that deal 2 damage, right? Within the sideboard here, we're playing 4 of Dovin's Veto. We're playing, 2 Siphon Insights. For these cards are usually for our like other mid-range matchups and our control matchups. Culling Ritual for those pesky, really combo-y, like 1 or 2 mana plays that our opponent might have. Unlicensed Hearse is obviously our graveyard hate. Pithing Needle, I usually play this against planeswalkers or creature lands, like the Fortress, for example, or whatever creature land that our opponent might be running, right? And we're also playing Coma as a top as an ender, right? A game ender, which Coma is, and it's uncounterable too. So it's a great card against control as well. I've enjoyed this deck. It's good for me to be back into historic now. Now I do know exactly what's going on within the historic and standard ladder. And it's pretty much been the same. It's Magic has always been the same. You know, a couple decks, one, two, maybe three decks that rule the format that they're in, right? Standard, you know, you have your fast decks in best of one, and then you have your little fast mid-range decks in best of three, right? Like the Esper, you know, bounce your own stuff, get value off of it, blah blah blah. You know, it's pretty boring. But historic has always been an all-star format, especially for me because of the wide variety of decks and the wide variety of cards. So it can never be boring, right? And yeah, this is something I enjoy. So major announcement, I think I'm gonna turn the channel into a full-on gaming channel because the time I took off of Magic has been rather rough, and the only reason why I left Magic, to be honest, was because it was getting too expensive. It's too expensive to keep up with. It's so time consuming as well. You can grind the game and be a free to play player. I just don't have that time to grind the game and be a free to play player. So, as a content creator in the past, I needed cards to make content, right? And cards cost a lot of money, especially in this game. They just, you know, you have to open packs, you have to buy the packs. And usually, if you want to get a 4 of from something, you have to buy a lot of packs. Or craft them yourself. But regardless, it's just, it was getting too expensive. So now I'm trying to get back to it slowly, especially with this new set releasing. I know I have a lot of sets that I've missed already, but I'm slowly trying to get back to it, slowly trying to invest in it. And yeah, hopefully we'll pick it back up. I'll probably be uploading 3 to 4 times a week, to be honest, Magic content, but I am thinking into turning the channel into a full-on gaming channel because I do play other games as well. So let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoy the video. The last game, you know, the mono black game was just a stalemate in game one. This is a best of 3 deck, so I'm gonna be playing best of 3. The last game, the first game of that game was a stalemate. Just know we reached probably towards the end of that game. It took me literally 40 minutes to play that game, and none of us lost, neither me or my opponent necessarily. I just ended up conceding because I'm about to be out of cards, and I just wanted to sideboard already and get it over with. We did end up winning, but you know, I'm gonna be cutting that first game of game 3. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. This is just gonna be a quick video for me to get back into the channel and into things, and hopefully we pick it up from here. So thank you guys so much for whoever that's still on the channel, and whoever is going to be watching the video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Okay, bye. All right, so we get to go first here. This is a good hand, right? We can have access to Vanishing Verse. Yeah, I'm keeping this. And Expressive Iteration here. But Leyline Binding just needs more basic lands. Playing against a Yorion deck. Yikes. 200 cards. Opponent must be trolling here, huh? I'm gonna play the Is It Verge here just so we can play Expressive Iteration on 3. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna have anything that I would necessarily want to remove on their turn 2, so this is the play. We'll see what they're doing. I'm pretty sure, I mean, 200 cards, you just lose, right? You lose right away. So yeah, we're gonna run out the iteration. We're gonna keep the thieving. Yeah. Put the trophy back, get the land. Pretty straightforward iteration gameplay here. Next turn we just play the widespread thieving. I mean, I can play the long game all day. This is what the deck's made of. We have like a ton of removal here too. But I just can't imagine playing a 200 card deck. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah. Atraxa. Yeah, so it's a pretty straightforward turn here for us. Widespread Thieving, Xander's Lounge, pass. Yeah. Start with the Thieving. We're gonna tuck a Niv Mizzet here. Playing the Lounge also helps our Leyline binding here, so yeah, they're just done. Yeah, it's GG's. They're not playing lands, or enough lands, it seems like. It's just super inconsistent when you play this many cards. I can't imagine. It's a Reanimator deck too. Just kind of sad. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to reanimate anything next turn, so I think we comfortably play Niv Mizzet here. Yeah, I can't imagine passing another turn without doing anything, just holding removal in hand. So let's just get things going here. Be the aggressor a little bit. It's a good draw off of Niv Mizzet, to be honest. Got Kaito here as well, and draws a free card when we attack next turn. They found the land, and they're playing Ancient Cornucopia, so it's a 5-color deck, I believe. Faithless Looting as well. Yeah, now they catch a little bit of a break, right? Now their hand can breathe, especially with this ramp and the land here as well. Reckoning. Yeah, it's a full-on Reanimator deck, right? So we need to be very wary of that. They have a possibility of reanimating either Atraxa or Vorinclex next turn. So that's pretty scary. But I think we go Kaito here.
I could sneak right by, but I'm itching to fight.
We attack. We draw off the Kaito here. Supreme Verdict.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
I'm gonna play the tap land here because we have access to a ton of mana. And I'm pretty confident in answering whatever they decide to reanimate. Even if it's Atraxa. Emoti. Yeah, they're... okay. Path of Peril. Is this a free Path of Peril? Okay. Okay. Yep. So... yeah, let's just keep at it. Draw, play a land. And we're gonna Leyline Binding. Yeah, so here we're gonna get the other Niv Mizzet here. But first, let's attack first. Draw off Kaito. Nice.
Now, what do we have here?
Gonna Growth Spiral again. And then we're gonna auto pay to get the other Niv Mizzet here. And we get another treasure. That's pretty good. Gonna play a Mana Confluence here as well. We have access to Expressive Iteration here. Why not? We're gonna drop the other Mana Confluence here. Decline. Yeah, so And deck, exile. And yeah, we're chilling. We're in a very comfortable position here. We are in a very comfortable position. I mean, the guy is platinum, right? And they're playing a deck like that. It's not good. I mean, 200 cards. Yeah, get a Troxa. Even if, no matter what they draw here, we're chilling. I kind of, now that I think of it, oh, they are running Ruinous Ultimatum. Yeah, it's just, yeah. Alright, let's see what they decide to get. Essica 2, Prismatic Bridge. Yeah, they're running everything. But it's just gonna be super inconsistent, right? Yeah, I mean, they pretty much only have Growth Spiral as a target for the surgical extraction here. Halfling is fine. We're gonna draw off of the Growth Spiral here, because we do need to find removal for this Atraxa actually. Vanishing Verse is not gonna do it. I'm gonna discard the Supreme Verdict here. Get another treasure. I also do want to remove their Ancient Cornucopia here, but not yet. Should we play the Triumph or should we cycle it? I'm gonna keep it in hand just in case I want to cycle it actually. Just have a ton of mana at the moment. I have to discard a card here. Is Surgical Extraction an instant? Yes, it is. I'm gonna remove the Cornucopia. I have Binding the Old Gods. And another Burial Rites. So they can reanimate the Atraxa if we... I'm just gonna replay it here. Discarding the Triumph. Just so they won't have a target to remove. Yeah, if we find a removal here, we win. So we're gonna Expressive Iteration. Perfect. Leyline Binding. To deck, to exile. Take out the Atraxa. And then we move on to game 2. They go first next game, but it's not a problem. I'm just gonna run my, yeah, so we're gonna run Unlicensed Hearse, 4 of. Siphon Insight seems like a great addition, and Dovin's Veto here. So I'm gonna remove my removal, or some of it. I'm gonna include the Siphon Insight. I'm gonna take out the Deafening Clarion here. Probably take out the Kaito here as well. Vanishing Verse has not been an all-star at all here. So I'm gonna take out the Verse, I think, for Dovin's Veto. Is that good? That kind of ruins our colors a little bit. What if we keep the Verse and we take out the Border Wipes? Yeah. I like this. I think we win regardless. I mean, the power level of the decks is just astronomical. Or the difference in power. Yes, they're running like game enders, but it's a 200 card Yorion deck. So, it's just terrible. I don't think I've ever made a 200 card deck, let alone more than 200 cards. But if it works for them, if it makes them happy, I mean, they get to play pretty much every card that they like. Yeah, so no white, but we do have white. I mean, we do have access to all the colors here. Growth Spiral, Niv Mizzet. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. We have a 3-mana Leyline Binding, but we'll see. World Tree. It's actually a perfect draw here with the Expressive Iteration. We can play Spiral on 2, Iteration on 3. I like Traverse the Ulvenwald. I've always liked this deck, especially in Reanimator decks. It's so good. I mean, I like this card. So yeah, we just do our game plan here. Growth Spiral 2, Iteration 3. Exile the bottom creature card of your library. May cast that card this turn at the beginning. If that card is exiled, put it in the graveyard. Create a treasure token. Yeah, that's a pretty good card. But it's at the beginning of your upkeep. So far, they're not facing any inconsistency issues, which is fine. If we can make Leyline Binding into a 2-mana spell, and tapped land. Should we go for Expressive Iteration with a tapped land? Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go for it. Can't just... Another Niv Mizzet, a tapped land. This is gonna give us white, but not green. Same thing with this land over here. So I guess we go for Growth Spiral, Niv Mizzet back, land. And yeah, we'll play the land. They do have a Surgical Extraction here. Yep. So they're gonna fully take out the Expressive Iteration, which is a relatively important card in this deck, to be honest. I have access to all of my hand here. Halfling is fine. Yeah, that's alright. So here, I love the idea of going for Widespread Thieving. And I think we're gonna go straight ahead for the Leyline Binding here. Tear asunder before we remove anything. Nice. Naturally here I'm more inclined to take out a land just because they removed it. They should have waited, to be honest. I mean, Tear asunder would have been good against the Leyline Binding. I have 5 mana here. They're recruiting Yorion. Yeah. Just go for Niv Mizzet here, try to refuel. Only a Vanishing Verse. That's okay. Yeah, they're having mana problems in 2 games now. That just tells you something. Even if they do have ramp, it's still pretty bad, to be honest. They run out Yorion, that's fine. Pretty much just as a creature. We go for an attack here. Did they chomp? Yeah. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna run out a main phase growth spiral just in case we draw something that we want to play, which we did. Yeah, and I'm gonna pass with some mana up, 3 mana. I mean, we're gonna spend our mana this turn. Crucius. Yeah, we're not gonna let this stay. Emoti and the Orient pretty much remove their creatures. We're gonna play the Niv Mizzet Supreme here. Probably keep the land in hand, huh? Yeah. Pass. We're doing pretty well. I mean, it's just hard for them to... Whenever a permanent becomes untapped, that permanent's controller mills a card. Yikes. That's fine. If that's all you got, then that's okay. They just have a 2-turn clock here. They gotta do something. Do we grow spiral? I mean, nah. We're gonna mill a ton of cards here, but that's good for our Mizzet Supreme, to be honest. Nice. This is just giving us card advantage, pretty much. Yeah. We're gonna play a land here, pass. Just, this is an easy game. Argoth, yeah, they're just playing it all, huh? Titania too. I mean, Titania is a pretty good idea with like a graveyard deck, but Mizzet's Mastery. Nope. Nope. It's not gonna happen. I love Mizzet's Mastery. It's such a good card. Especially with ultimatum cards, which they are running. But this is pretty much game, huh? Yeah, GG's. I mean, slow in the ladder. People are going to be running whatever decks. It's just an easy climb, to be honest. Alright, we're going first, for sure. A bunch of tap lands, removal. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna play something that has blue and black. Maybe just blue and green to begin with, because we have the Verge for black here. Swamp. So, do I need to keep Tyrant Scorn up? Nah. Right? We need white and red. Yeah. I'm gonna play another Triumph and pass. It's just more like mana efficient here. Okay. Widespread thieving on 3. Yeah, that's gonna happen. We go for the Leyline Binding here, I think. They are ores off, so they do have access to enchantment removal, but still. I mean, I would dread paying 5 mana for the Leyline Binding, but you never know. They took the Scorn. Another Leyline Binding. So what I like to do here is probably play a tapped Fountain and recycle the Triumph. Even though the Triumph gives us access to a 1 mana Leyline Binding here. Treacherous Blessing. Oh, is this a Dance the Mass deck? Nice. Okay. 8 cards, play a land. Yeah, I'm gonna cycle the Triumph here. Let's see it. Thoughtseize is annoying, but it's alright. They need a way to sacrifice both of these, right? So that they can get value off of it. Which is Doom Foretold. Yeah. We're gonna take the Doom Foretold here. It is a Doom Foretold deck, but it's Orzhov only. It's not Esper, so they don't have Dance of the Mass. And as long as we continue to take their Doom Foretold, they pretty much don't have anything here. So should we get the Niv Mizzet Supreme, even though our graveyard is lacking? I'm gonna get Kaito here. Kaito can just have board presence and card advantage at the same time. So Demolition Field. This hurts. And Tear Grid's Lantern. Nice. This brings back a lot of memories. Yeah, we're gonna lose life, and we're gonna verse this Lantern here. Sure. Gonna make a bunch of treasures here. One, two, three. We get 2. It's not enough to get anything. So we just pass. Yeah, it's pretty. Game 1 is usually always stale a little bit because of the card options that we decide to have in the main deck, right? And it's usually tailored against creatures. Another Lantern. They don't do anything with the Lantern though. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a Deafening Clarion. Just so we can get a Kaito here. Which one is this one? Is this the Kaito one? Yes. 5 mana Kaito is pretty bad, but we kind of get to replace our mana with 2 Widespread Thieving, right? Gonna gain 2 life here.
The system can't fix everything, but we can.
I'm gonna keep the Verge in hand just so we can discard it to this
I've
Lantern.
got all kinds
But
of
man,
connections.
we do need a... We need a Niv Mizzet here. Desperately. I mean, we still can lose life. Oh, they're deciding to discard or sacrifice. It's pretty neat. So if they've done that now... Yeah, we don't need to run out the land, to be honest. Just have a ton of mana, huh? But this is interesting, at least a more powerful deck that we're playing against. Should be fun. I mean, I have a lot of removal for these enchantments and cards, right? This is gonna run out their life rather quickly. I'm pretty sure they're playing some sort of like enchantment artifact reanimator in the deck too, which I would like to see in game 1 just so I'm prepared for it. But I think I am gonna run Graveyard Hate game 2 forward. Another Thoughtseize. That's alright. Yeah, that's okay. They're just draining themselves. That's a -3. Yeah, they got rid of the Treacherous Blessing here. Elspeth's Nightmare. Sure. Yeah, here we draw this card.
Now this is a
Discard this, play this. We just pass. You got nothing here, just land. Another Treacherous Blessing. Yeah, I mean, it's a very old card, so I'm pretty sure people are gonna have like 4 ofs and stuff like that. But what's the game ender here? What's the win con? Doom Foretold? It's not good enough. Sure, friend, sure. What is all this card draw for if you're not gonna play anything? I mean, tier grade is pretty annoying, but relatively easy to deal with, especially with the cards I have in this deck. Soul Partition. Alright, I'm gonna cycle here. Just in case we top deck something that I do want to play and get a treasure off of. Oh, finally. Nice. That's fine. I don't mind losing the Leyline Binding, to be honest. Another Soul Partition. And they get Doom Foretold. But we're just gonna easily run out the Soul Partition. I mean, the Leyline Binding here again. No Doom Foretold. I'm gonna decline, gain 5 life, which is exactly why we play Ancient Cornucopia. Nice. Do we play... Alright, draw this card.
Thanks.
Discard the Growth Spiral. Play an Iteration here. Hit decline. Probably get Tyrant's Scorn just so we can bounce our Niv Mizzet, if anything. Yeah. Put the Verdict back. Get the land. And we're chilling. We have another removal. They're gonna exile our graveyard, which is pretty unfortunate to be honest, but yeah, that's actually kind of a loss. What can you do? Yeah, so it's an Orzhov Doom Foretold deck. Usually Orzhov was never good enough to only be a Doom Foretold deck. People ran Esper just so you can play Dance of the Mass, right? Which is a sorcery that reanimated all of your enchantments if you had enough mana. And that was usually the win con. And people play the Orient with this deck as well, just so they can stack a bunch of like value enchantments and artifacts, right? Like Treacherous Blessing. You reanimate all of these, you get a bunch of... Oh. Okay. I don't hate the idea of running a Leyline Binding here on the Lantern. They probably want to play tier grid here, yeah, this game. Okay. So, take out the verdict, the clarion, run 2 Dovin's veto because we do need this color combination. We took out the clarion. We can run Pithing Needle for Tier Grid's Lantern, right? For their land as well. For their creature land. Or we can run Graveyard Hate. So what I'm gonna do is probably play 2 Unlicensed Hearse, take out the Tyrant Scorn, and then play 2 Pithing Needles, right? And this is good like that. Yes. No? Yeah. I'm pretty confident regardless, so don't need to put a lot of effort into sideboarding. How's the mana looking? Pretty bad, huh? Yeah. But it is keepable. I mean, yeah. And you got a turn 2 Dovin's Veto, turn 3 Widespread Thieving, so... And it, I mean, we can curve out if we wanted to. Leyline of the Void. Nice. Alright. It's a good start from our opponent, to be honest. Of course they're gonna take that out. Play a tapped Fountain, pass. We're not under any threats. Godless Shrine, another Thoughtseize. Probably take out the Expressive Iteration here, yeah. 3 Thoughtseizes. Okay. Is that all, opponent? That's fine. Gonna hold on to the needle a little bit here. I mean, we can play the long game all day, all day. I am gonna kill the Leyline of the Void here, just because we have a Niv Mizzet Supreme in hand, and we do need our graveyard, to be honest. Like, having them discard all these cards while we're running a card like that is just unfortunate. Kaito's a good draw, always. I mean, it's such a self-sufficient planeswalker, right? 3 mana, you get a bunch of options, you get board presence, an unblockable creature, you get card draw. Tier Grid God of Fright. Alright. Yeah, we do need the draw desperately here. What a draw. 4 mana Leyline Binding? I mean, sure. Yeah, they're just gonna go for this. That's sad, but it is what it is. I mean, opening with 3 Thoughtseizes, I can't believe they kept a hand like that. We attack. This is pretty much game because we snowball from here, right? So we got white, blue, green, red, black. Yes. Sure, why not? I mean, man, taking out those cards and for artifacts is pretty bad for Niv Mizzet here, but that's okay. We do still have card advantage, regardless. So, yeah, we attack first. Right. We take the draw. Play a land. Play widespread thieving. And yeah. Another Niv Mizzet, why not? Play expressive iteration here. Main phase, even though we played a land, but to hand, to deck, to exile. And yeah, I'm gonna go for tier grid here because the land is really not threatening. So tier grid's lantern. And that's game, right? Yeah, easy as that. I can't imagine a world where you keep a hand with 3 thought seizes. Like, what were you thinking? Discarding my entire hand? I mean, they kept it for Leyline of the Void too, but it's just super unfortunate, right? GG's. Creatures. I don't even know how they're not punished by it. I mean, they do get to keep the board wipes in hand. 2 tap lands, 1 untap land, ancient cornucopia. They're probably running discard, but we keep this. No green for the cornucopia, just very suspicious. Yeah, but we're doing it regardless. No jet medallion, but we drew the Verge, which is exactly what we needed for this turn 3 play right here. We mill here, play a land, play an unlicensed hearse, and hold up the Dovin's veto, so we have white and blue. Yeah, this is perfect. Four mana, Liliana. I'm gonna counter this for sure. Take action. So next turn we should expect a Invoke Despair. Lose life. Go blank and Childred. Here I think we easily cast the Niv Mizzet, even if they have removal. They're far from a blood on the snow, so I think we do get in for some damage here. I love having the ability to gain life, especially since they're milling a bunch. We can gain life every turn, literally. That's fine. I'm gonna expressive iteration here. Take action. To hand, to deck, to exile. Play a land and pass. I would actually want Dovin's veto. Trespasser is super annoying here. Yeah, we're gonna have to let this happen. So if we I wonder what else they have. Okay. Gonna kill everything. And then I'm going to remove them from their graveyard.
There are many secrets I don't know. It's like your defenses aren't even there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have a lot of board wipes in hand. So we need to deal with that. Maybe I shouldn't have removed both of the Niv-Mizzet Supremes, but just keeping one in deck is just so inconsistent. I mean, you can only dream of drawing it unless you're lucky. But this is it's definitely a mid-range black deck here. We're countering this for sure. I wish I can draw my that Demir card. Empty out their graveyard. Another Dovin's Veto is nice. But I think we growth spiral first before even attacking. We're gonna gain the 2 life here. Leyline Binding is a great draw. They do have something. And take the draw with Kaito here.
Now, what do we have here?
I'm just gonna pass, holding up some removal and interaction here. Shieldred is okay. What I'm gonna do is try to grow this unlicensed hearse as much as possible. And just like hit him once with it or something. We're gonna gain the life here. Remove just the Invoke Despairs, I guess. Siphon Insight. This is exactly what I was looking for. So I'm gonna do this. He's keeping the, I think they're keeping the removal for the hearse, but yeah. Yeah, so I think this was definitely like a misplay. But I'm gonna try to protect it here with the Dovin's Veto, even though it's not really viable, right? I mean, yeah, can't allow them to gain all that life. Gain 2. Hopefully we draw an untapped land here. It's another
Right.
hearse.
I'll be taking that now.
Another Shieldred, which is fine. Sign in Blood. It's a nice card with Shieldred. Yeah, that's alright.
Now, what do we have here?
Alright. They're going for the field of ruin here. Which is fine. Pretty sure they just have a bunch of things in hand. Board wipes maybe. Another Liliana. Yep. Be gone. 3 Dovin's Veto. This is good. Oh, yikes. Alright. Well, we win, right? If we can pull out a creature here. But that's fine. That's their graveyard hate right there. That's okay. Henrika. Shieldred and Liliana.
I've got all kinds of creatures.
Sure. Transform, draw a card, draw a card. Why not? That's game. Alright. That was rough. So, Pithing Needle. Kaito's been an all-star. Kill an iteration here. Probably... what else should we cut? What else should we cut? I mean, a lot of creatures, I can't justify cutting a Supreme Verdict here. I'm thinking about Wildspread Thieving or maybe a Leyline Binding, to be honest. They are running Invoke Despair. And they are gonna go first now too. It all depends on the draw now. Yes. Jet Medallion. Sign in Blood. They took the draw. So this is blue and white. Nice. Yeah, we can start countering things here. But doesn't seem like it. I'm gonna play it slow here. Just pass. I mean, we don't really need to do anything. Gonna kill this right away. I just don't want them to have any board presence, even if that escalates their mana. If we can... Oh, that's a nice draw. Okay, so do we have we can Expressive Iteration, or we can hold up Siphon Inside and Dovin's Veto, which I don't hate. But can we actually hold up the Siphon Insight? So this is green red. We can't. Playing Expressive Iteration here is risky as well. I'm gonna play a tap land and pass, just because of our mana. If we don't get anything untapped for the Dovin's Veto, we're just gonna be way too far behind. They draw. We're gonna Siphon Insight here. Go blank, seems good. I'm gonna go blank. It's okay if they transform the Henrique here. Can deal with her. I'm gonna counter the Invoke Despair here. And probably... So they probably have another one, right? Gonna go for the Expressive Iteration here. Yeah, I'm gonna get Supreme Verdict because I'm expecting a Shield Dread here as well. Play the land. I think we pass. Yeah, it's not mana efficient, but we're passing. We gotta remember that we're running low on time here as well. Oh, that's all that they're doing. Okay. We drew Coma. Yeah, we're very low in life here. This is just... Run out Supreme Verdict. Play a land, pass. We need to get a Shield Dread off of this Siphon Insight or something. Gonna counter the Go Blank here. Can't really discard. Yep. Can't have him have any card advantage. Removal for the Coma. You're gonna have to counter this removal. Yep. Now we're doing good. We're at 3 life. Expressive Iteration. Vanishing first to hand, to deck, to exile. We need to run out the Siphon Insight as soon as possible. Getting an Visit here is not all that terrible. Play the land, pass. Dovin's Veto has been clutch in this game. Yeah, Shield Dread is fine. Jet Medallion is okay. Oh, yeah, we're not gonna activate the Siphon Insight just yet. Do we auto pay here? Yeah. Decline. We can play 5. We can pay 5 twice. These are good draws. Swamp and a Cavern of Souls. Get the Cavern. Avatar, Dragon, whatever. We're at 3 life, and this is their last turn. Damnation. What's your last card? Coma is just a game ender, right? Sure. Alright, let's just end this, right? 2 cards in hand for our opponent, 3 life for us. We have 3 removal options and they see that. Good game. That was actually a very good game. Well played opponent, but no amount of board wipes and mid-range strong creatures is gonna help you against such a value intensive deck. GG's.